All right, nigga. I'll hit you in a little bit.
When I left Fox, ain't nobody called. One man called. I don't know what they're going to say, but I already told my bosses, I want you over here. And Stephen ain't proud of me, the Fox situation. Yeah. We talked. We was cordial to each other. Look, all this stuff was going on. And he didn't know I knew. I knew. I know they came to Ocho. Tried to sign Ocho from up under me.
I ain't going nowhere.
He ain't gonna never be the same. He ain't gonna never rebound.
I ain't
Ocho, I tell you what. Guess what? We gonna sing together then.
Hey, wait, Joe, where I'm going, Joe? Huh? Hey,
now look at us.
Y'all they talk about
y'all see the YouTube charts?
Yeah, what we tell you? What y'all see? Huh?
Go look at everybody on YouTube and tell me the podcast. With a black cat. Tell me the podcast that's bigger than Nightcap. Okay, as a matter of fact, tell me what is bigger than Club Station.
I ain't gonna lie. Gil's Arena was bigger than Nightcap. But that shit happened to Gil, so I ain't gonna hold you. But Nightcap is pop. Nightcap is the second best show. Period. I like Club Shay, but it's like
Alright.
Hey, Pie. Man, fuck.
Tell them how you really feel. Yeah.
Huh?
And got jumped. Yeah.
They got out.
Hey, ain't never place me here but God.
What?
Ain't never place me here but God.
The only person gonna take you out is they tried.
They tried you.
Man, it was a little storm. It was a little storm brewing, so they thought, Superman tried to,
Hey.
Because the shit was leading to the side.
That was lame of ESPN to do that.
I just leaned over to
ESPN, you are lame as fuck for that shit, bro.
Back. We good.
They be like, that should be so nasty, bro. The way these niggas be doing shit.
But you know what?
These niggas horrible word.
Word gonna get back to you. Yeah.
Hey, I'm a red nigga. Huh?
Yeah.
I go back. Keep that shit a G. Keep it a G.
Oh, he never gonna be the same. Won't be the same.
The devil is a lie.
Why not? Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Hey, Joe, you saw American Mix, huh?
Yo, it's Big Ant the sponsor, man.
No.
the right side of the rim. Outside, Alexander
You know
Walker.
I don't.
He drops it for
You know I don't
range.
want to start it.
The defenses keep forgetting how long the passer McCollum is. Garland with the ball for the goalkeepers. It's a 5-point game. And the foul called on the kill, Alexander Walker. That's his first foul of the game. We're making back another edition of Urban Politicians Team B. It's Los Angeles now. Team B. Make sure you stay on your ticket for all times game. Had to come tell me, and I had to think in the description. Right side, Johnson. Clip in the beginning and full it from the latest nightcap show. The Shannon Sharp decided to throw it all out there on the table. And then everybody know how ESPN got died and went, tried to go with the goal line and went to go side. Chad Ochocinco behind his back, basically. Hey, we gonna offer you a big deal. He ain't gonna recover from everything he got going on. You see what happened with the lawsuit. It was a very bad, hard situation. One said something that time frame. Also, he was in negotiations for a new contract. It was gonna be very, like, he was just a couple of millions. We talking big millions on the table. Then he lost money because he had to pay that also with the salary. But the whole time, the people they work for, when they smile in your face, they say you catch a little simple loss in case of anything. They thinking, hey, bro, not only is we going to get rid of it, we going to move on. We going to go take somebody that you brought in and sell them the other and have them basically pick a tough spot. But Chad Ochocinco held it down in that situation. Hey, nah, bro, I ain't going to sign no deal behind both that. Y'all can't come tell me he ain't going to recover. I'm over here with him. We going to keep grinding and working. Y'all can't get me to feel this slack. This is how these corporations work. And that's the thing that I like to talk about in this game. Why it is good to build your own. Don't always depend on them in these type of situations where they are your boss. When you can create your own show.
Fuck you going, nigga?
These platforms to get it networked out.
Where you going, nigga?
These databases.
Yeah. Good shit. Scary ass. Yeah.
Like they tell you,
Scary ass.
they want you to give it 2 weeks notice. When you got the cook,
damn, Bray's supposed to be in that corner, Colin.
Notice when they about to fire you. The game
you got
it like that. You see Colin down in Big Cannon, and also the situation with they trying to give it to DC up fly, trying to give it to Chico Green. They like, nah, bro, they can't about to see it. Me and moving like that. And they had to go ahead and simply for what it was. That's just keeping it solid right there. Now it's simple as this is what he's talking about, Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, look down for people guys that before bringing him to ESPN when he left Fox with Skill, and also said he was checking up on him and everything that he was going through. Multiple things to be corrected at one time because he's addressing like his check. They want him to talk about what Stephen A. Smith got going on with Jalen Brown.
Oh my Lord, what the fuck?
Having going on in the media as of late. And he's like, hey man, y'all ain't gonna give me the bad about nobody that can look after me. Talking to the chat direct right there. Got the confidence in the field. But then I'm gonna say this, I know how you feel about Stephen A. Smith. He said, I don't agree with everything that Stephen A. Smith said. Stephen A. Smith has shown me this how he be moving. I can't rock with the stuff that he say. The way that he be talking, and the way he said this right here, y'all. Hey, when I go to work, or when I wake up every day, I think about how to make my boss more money. I'm like, bro, I ain't never heard of this. Say that in my life. Like, what's really going on? And the other stuff he was saying, we can go down through there and all that. But he don't disagree with something Shannon Sharp said last night when it came to the anonymous sources in the conversation with James Brown. He started to like doing equivalent of anonymous sources why it's important as a historical event for black people, like the Tuskegee experiment, why it's good to have anonymous sources and confidential sources and things when nah, that is a sport. This ain't no real political situation or something that's harming somebody's life. This is an individual conversation. This is President Brown. He keep having people in media who are in high power positions in media or work for corporations in media. They can get theirs out there what an anonymous source told me this. A confidential source told me that, and they break it to the world. It's like, bro, you ain't gonna say who told me this or where it's really coming from. Well, keep it anonymous and confidential, then. Don't tell the world this is what the organization's saying about it behind the scenes. I'm getting text messages from all teammates, like, even the people working there, bro. I disagree with that, dog. The job going on is big platforms saying this stuff. It's like, you ain't gonna say who said it, and bring the validation to multiple material in the air. I disagree with Shannon Sharp on that. And it's not the same thing as a lot of the sources with ski experience of experiments that they did with other people that did people dirty and other things that they aired out that affect people's health and life in real life, where they had anonymous sources that tripped into what's going on. That's continuing the conversation. So y'all watch that episode and full. Tell me what y'all think about it. I like it's rocking and salute with James Brown and I am moving right now. Just being open about it, controlling his own narrative, and I do salute and respect. Shout out to CJ because he couldn't take that check. He couldn't like, man, give me that back. I'll take this fight. Y'all gonna break me off. They gonna get the check for it. Nah, bro. Oh, that ain't gonna feel like. They gotta put the face on. Go ahead and pick up the spot, but you know, if no one can get back to the back there. That's right. Right here. Come from the court. They go to school. We just gonna continue to put our head down, work as hard as we possibly can, and do what we do. We realize we're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. Because I want everybody a cup of tea. Ocho, you want everybody a cup of tea. Joe, I think he was a lot of people's cup of tea. Hey, I might not have been everybody's cup of tea, but everybody chose to do hey, you like tea, I was water. You gotta hear what we got. Hey, you might not like it, but you live. And I'm gonna keep my foot on their damn, keep my foot on their neck. Ain't gonna let their ass up, right? Hey, let's not put it back. Oh, Trick scared to come out here to get hey, all my buddies were around to see that. So you know what, that's my buddies. All my buddies chase rabbits out. I don't let them move. All my buddies are. Y'all can't gas me up. I don't been on TV 20 years. Come on, fella. Come on, chat. Yeah. I know what y'all trying to do. Hey, missing. Come on. Pass to heel. Hey, that's a good one. Hey. They try to put that candy wrap around your head like you was some type of sucker, ain't man. Yeah, I know my hair long. I ain't no sucker. My hair long. But hey, that's what you call you long hair sucker. Yeah. Rebounded by Hill. Oh, y'all. When I was going through what I was going through, one. Over to the wing. Here's Landale. And Atlanta misses again. Now Los Angeles with it. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Yo.
Pass to Jones.
What? Huh? What happened?
And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. So it's both teams making substitutions here. A minute 50 left in the first half. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to McCollum. They still need this. Jones grabs the board. Clippers trail by 16. From deep. Rebounded by Johnson. There's 1:17 left in the first half of this one. Off target with the three. Here's Jones. Rebounded by the Hawks. Pass to McCollum. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Outside Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
50 seconds left in the first half. Down low. Floats one. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. Atlanta shooting their second and third shots at the line here. And he sinks the second. .40 seconds left in the second. Back to Collins. To the middle. Here's Beal. Puts the move on. Alexander Walker grabs the board. Daniels with it. Picked up by Collins. Oh, okay then.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Leonard outside. Over Daniels. Leonard can't get it to go. The drive by Daniels. Rebound by the Clippers. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks sitting on a comfortable 21-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Now here's Garland. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one.
He pushed a little too hard there trying to close the gap. And yes, he paid the price.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
For three, McCollum gets the three ball to go. McCollum's got 9.
And it's all about being in rhythm. McCollum excels at recognizing when he should shoot off the bounce.
And the shot is good by Garland.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
All the prayer from beyond half court is off the mark. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. The Hawks lead by 22. McCollum looking it over. Rejected by Lopez.
Lopez needs to hold down the fort on defense. An incredible wingspan to get that one.
Outside Garland. Over Daniels. Garland no good. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. On the wing, Daniels. Here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there. That makes the game easy.
Here's Beal. Collins outside. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. Here's Alexander Walker. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. Right wing. Here's Okongwu. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And it's Lopez with the jam.
If you give Lopez a 7-footer this much room, it's over.
Pass to Okongwu. Five on the clock. Daniels outside. No good on the three. And here's Garland. Give him 8. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
I like the toughness required on that finish by Darius Garland. Boy, oh boy, that was nice. The willingness to mix it up on the interior, so important.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
But I know when I look down at my phone, and they got ATT in front of it, they'll turn it goes on when it's calling me. And then I see another number pop up. S. Smith. Interesting. I'm like, dang.
Coming back to win this game.
I ain't talking about Bucket and Burns because they call me every day.
Things have gone so far. Hard to imagine.
I'm like, oh.
Colin with it. It's picked up by Jones. To the paint.
All these ones that will keep skinning and grinning in my face.
Rebound here, Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, okay.
Now. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on
CJ
CJ
McCollum. The
McCollum.
man called and said, boy, you
That's
killed
his
me.
first foul of
Y'all
the
keep
game.
it going. He's like, I saw a great addiction. But you and Ocho, boy, y'all
There's
doing y'all thing over there.
47 left
I
to play in the third quarter of basketball. Leonard for 3.
Hey, Chelsea made a victim, man. So you
Leonard's got his first bucket of the
Hey,
game.
yeah. Chelsea.
Ready on the catch. Your pre-shot preparation is on point by the catch and shoot.
all this stuff was going on. And he didn't know I knew. I knew he came to Ocho. Tried to sign Ocho from up there.
I ain't going on that.
He ain't gonna ever be the same. He ain't gonna ever be the guy.
I ain't going to
Guess what? He gonna stay together.
Hey, wait, Joe, where are you at, Joe?
Y'all ain't talking about, huh? Yeah, what we telling you? Huh? Don't look at everybody else when you get them in the podcast. We don't like that. Tell the podcast that's bigger than like that. Huh? Okay, as a matter of fact, tell everyone that's bigger than 26. Huh?
Hey, Potty,
You really is. Yeah.
And I think that play.
And now we got
They're simply playing at a
Ain't never played peanut butter God.
They don't want to stay
Ain't never played peanut butter God.
and the only people don't take
Now we been cool. Everything been going great. We going against everybody else. See how you act? When we start seeing that's the problem we be having. We about to get after people. And look how you been being in the battle.
Now we good. We good.
Ocho, you see Ocho time we go in the battle, and then he got to go to your back. Come on. That's why I say when we went down to New York for the rip, I said, we gotta take Ocho Listen, we already said we hey, you get X, we turn the rep in. No, we gotta keep it all. He gotta be a rebel. He gotta be a rebel, man. We gotta have a good thing going, and then here comes you. Now he got to go.
And listen.
Running away with this one. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation.
If we gonna have a good thing going, it's gonna be my idea. I got the good idea.
You know what I'm saying, Joe? That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, that's what I used to do back in the day. So how y'all gonna tell me? I know how to do it.
Hey, Joe, go on and get that throwaway. I got it.
Yeah, y'all gonna get rid of me?
Dang.
See? Hey, you know what?
No face, no case, no name, no blame.
I'm having.
It's me again. On your timeline, another prospect's ad. Download that.
Guys, we're looking at some of those interesting props on Poly Market. First thing we're looking at is the World Cup Golden Boot.
Hey guys, it's your favorite dunk here. Go ahead and click that subscribe button below so you don't miss a single episode of Nightcap. That button right here. Come for the sports, stay for the stories. A source close to Jason Tatum's camp spoke the scoop beat on his relationship with Jaylen Brown and the belief that the two don't like each other. That's false. They do. They're just different people. They have really good work relationship. The things they don't do, they do on and off the court don't necessarily align. But there is surely a mutual respect. On the court, in the gym, today-ish, their best work.
Talk about Jaylen Brown. There was a lot that came out about Jaylen Brown in the past day after being traded to the Philadelphia 76ers. People in the NBA believe Jaylen Brown has a disease, apparently. Someone said, per Colin Cowherd, I had two NBA sources, two people in the league, one an executive, one a scout, that said Jaylen Brown it's a disease. He suddenly thinks that he's the smartest guy in every room he's in. You make a lot of money, and suddenly you're absolutely sure you don't want to listen to your bosses. You don't want to listen to consultants. You don't want to listen to your teammates. Donovan Mitchell hopped on Twitter and had something to say. Critique basketball all you want, but disease is insane. We got to stop letting people just say whatever. Come on, man. Do you guys have an issue with Colin Cowherd's report on Jaylen Brown thinking he's the smartest guy in the room and calling it a disease?
All right, look, Prize Picks is America's number one. Lock it in. That's it. Not keep buying us.
Make it personal. Smart enough to handle it himself. Comes off to me like he's a very intelligent man. Why should he dumb himself down because other people in the room think he's the smartest guy in the room? If that's how he feels, that's how he feels. And if that makes you uncomfortable, that's a you problem. That ain't got nothing to do with me. The way that I carry myself, if that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's a you problem. Why wouldn't he feel he's the smartest man in the room? Why would he walk into a room and feel like he's less than of anybody else that's in there? I don't have a problem with it. To me, they want to justify why they've done what they've done. And they not going, you can't go to Jaylen Brown thinking he's the smartest man in the room. He may or may not be, but you should always think highly of yourself. And so if you feel uncomfortable, that's a you problem.
I love everything DJ said. Just because you're in a position of power doesn't mean you earned that right. Jaylen Brown, I love him challenging the status quo because Jaylen Brown is likely smarter than several of those coaches, than several of those executives who are in those coaching and or executive positions because they were somebody's son. Let's keep it a bean. Like I grew up, favorite team was
just because you're a coach does not make you smarter than a player. You know how many coaches I had that I'm like, how do they get this job?
Not at all, bro. With all due respect, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Kieran, when Don Nelson,
yeah,
left the Mavericks, who took over as the coach?
Hey, Donnie.
And then Donnie Nelson found his way.
Yeah.
Right there in the coaching. The hell? Make that make sense. So I actually think that Jaylen Brown, DJ, you said it perfectly. I can't even retort. Everything you said was perfect. Because they can't knock the player, his finals MVP. You can't really knock the player's game. But you have to justify moving on from a player that is 2 years removed from a finals MVP. And the only justification can be he thinks he's too smart. Imagine a world in which that is the knock, that a player thinks they're too smart. Furthermore, Jaylen Brown is smart.
Exactly.
One of the youngest individuals to give a Harvard lecture. Went to Berkeley. Attended classes at MIT. He's not going to minimize his intelligence to make you feel better about yourself. And more often than not, who's this coming from? Probably some white dude. So, with all due respect, Jaylen Brown, don't treat yourself. Don't minimize your intelligence. You're crazy skilled as a basketball player, and you're also wicked intelligent. And most of these individuals writing about this can't relate.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate seeing a smear campaign because you made a bad trade. It's very reminiscent of what the Dallas Mavericks did after sending away Luka. Well, he was fat, he was slow, he was lazy, he wasn't doing his rehab. We want to be a defensive team. You can do whatever you want to justify your bullshit, but we see through it, and it's bullshit. It's just bullshit. Even the report about Brian Windhorst. Now, I don't know how much credence I want to put to all these reports because I've seen some wild things. Someone saying that they believe that Derek White had a better season than Jaylen Brown.
Analytics have said so.
Analytics have said so. I don't even know if that's true. And there's just so much news being spread about Jaylen Brown right now and why it didn't work out. What did it look like on the basketball court? That's what should matter. What did it look like when Jaylen Brown was out there without your best player, who you want to build your entire franchise around? What did it look like when he was out there without him? They got a number 2 seed, and he hooped all season long. Y'all had injury after injury after injury. He was consistent. He was there. He showed up. He was the best player on the court, and he had his best season yet in the NBA. Whenever y'all needed Jaylen Brown to step up, all he has done is step up. We y'all needed him in the playoffs because Jason Tatum would disappear late in games. He stepped up. When you needed a defensive anchor in the series against Luka Doncic, he stepped up. And we're talking about how all of his shortcomings and how he's not showed up. It's ridiculous. It's dumb. And they're trying to do anything and everything to justify getting fleeced by the 76ers. Sorry, a 36-year-old Paul George and whatever you get in those 2 late-round first picks or the 2 second-round picks, unless there is an act of God, are not going to turn into anything close to what you had in Jaylen Brown. And it's dumb. It's just dumb. I also think it's hilarious. You know what a real not smart move is? Getting rid of someone out of emotion. Getting rid of someone and not getting a good return package because you just want them out the door. That's not smart. Put your feelings to the side and make a good business move. But the Celtics couldn't even do that. So I don't want to hear anything that they have to say about intellect. It's ridiculous.
This is my thing. I think this is another common case of the fragility of the white male ego. And the thing is, they didn't even have to play it like this. They had their get out of jail free card. Jaylen Brown was serving it to them on a silver platter, going on Twitch, saying this was selfishly his best season ever, his favorite season ever, going on after losing a big game and acting like he's just fine coping with the win. He gave them everything they needed. All they had to say was he was disgruntled. He was being the disruptor in the locker room. He wasn't happy with his role on the team. He wanted to expand. We felt like our hands were tied and we had to move off of him regardless of if it was a good trade or not. But because Jaylen Brown carries himself the way that he does, because he is intelligent, he went to Cal Berkeley, because he does have a fellowship at MIT, because he does give lectures on high intellect topics and conversations, they got fixated on that and said, oh, this young black boy thinks he's going to outsmart us and think he's going to come in our rooms and dictate this and dictate that. Get his ass out of here at any cost. So now they've cut off their nose to spite their face, and they made their bed. They've got to lay in it. I don't feel sorry for the Celtics. It's a bad look on them. And,
here's my thing, though. How come, and obviously I'm not trying to... let's go, Meters. So last show of the week. How come it's like, why is it the black athletes that are always accused of being too smart and it being problematic? The Myron Rolls, the Shane Battiers, the Jaylen Browns. Because you want to know who else was too smart in his head, could barely fit in the room when we still see it today? J.J. Redick. Landed him a head coaching job that he didn't earn. But when Jaylen Brown is too smart, now it's a bad thing. So when you got an athlete that's dumb, it's a bad thing. Then when you got an athlete that's too smart, it's a bad thing. You want these individuals that just so happen to be a certain color to fit within your certain controllable realm of intelligence. Because when an individual is not that smart, you can control that individual. And ultimately, certain people in positions of power want to make sure that they can maintain control. But what you cannot control is an intelligent mind. What you cannot control is a mind like Jaylen Brown's that can push back on you because he has MIT and Harvard and Cal Berkeley experience. So the reason that this report of Jaylen Brown being too smart actually disgusts me is because you're trying to shrink an individual that has worked hard for his intelligence so that you can continue to control his mind, but his mind has already been unleashed by his education. That's really what makes me
He knows who this is too. Yeah. He knows who this is. So when the Sixers play the Celtics, it's gonna be a problem. Because he knows exactly who this is coming from. And it's exactly what you said. When you're not smart, they want to call you dumb. Right. But when you're too smart, it's, I don't want you to be this smart, you know? And so the Celtics are going to regret this. What Kerr said also, you made a dumbass decision and you're starting to realize, like, you know you done fucked up, right?
And the last thing I'll say, and before we move on, I think there can be a too smart dilemma. If your intelligence inhibits your ability to play the game, you play with people. Hi, I'm that person. If you're an overthinker, if you're too analytical, and it freezes you and gives you paralysis by analysis, like if your intelligence inhibits your ability to play the game, of which we all know individuals like that, and I will suggest humbly I was an individual like that, then that's not Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown's a dog. He's not one of those, like, always thinking.
He's a smart player that you want on your team because not only does he produce, he's smart. Yeah. So if anybody has any questions about, I know I can go to one of my better players on the team, and he got it.
Yeah.
And also, real quick, before we move, maybe, and I hate to do this. Actually, I don't hate to do this. Maybe if Colin Cowherd spent more time studying what's important around the NBA as opposed to trying to hate on Jaylen Brown and leak these supposed sources. Can we play the clip, please, of this goofy ass stuff that he said earlier? Rome, they got the clip.
It's really weird that it's Philadelphia, but I think that's a credit to Daryl Morey, who reportedly, from what I read this morning, Morey was on the phone 3 weeks ago, a month ago. So Morey was just the most aggressive GM here. That Daryl likes transactions. If Daryl was hyper aggressive.
No, Daryl Morey they ran him off after the season. Morey was
my bad.
Gansey. It was
my bad. Totally that's right.
Goofball behavior. Absolute goofball behavior. Worried about you want to slander Jaylen Brown so much and so bad
you forget
Daryl Morey is not even a part of the 76ers organization.
One of the most polarizing GMs in the league.
Come on, bro. That's all I got. I'm sorry. I just had to get that out. Do your homework. That's it. Do your homework. It's your job.
Look, you made it this far, so might as well go ahead and hit the